Yeah, somebody was saying something? Okay. So, Grihita, do you remember what we did in the last class?
Yes, sir. What? And we went over the quadratic equation and we saw the most used formula in algebra, and we used that to solve some questions.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll continue with that particular topic, and we'll not only solve some more problems, but we will look at all three formulas. One is for addition, one for subtraction, one is other formula that is called. So these are three formulas that will come across. A plus b whole square equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. This is one formula. Or it's called algebraic identities. Second one is a minus b whole square equals a square minus 2ab plus b square. And the third one that I'll introduce you guys to today is a square minus b square equals a plus b times a minus b. And then we will see how we can apply these identities for solving some quadratic equations. And then I will get you guys introduced to the quadratic formula. Okay. So it seems like everybody forgot about the class except you both. Let's see. Where is everybody? Okay. I will close the classroom door because it's pretty cold here. Okay. So these are the three formulas that we'll talk about again, and then we'll see the application of these formulas. First one is a plus b whole square equals a square plus 2ab plus b square. You remember this data? Manas, do you remember it as well? Okay. How about the second one? A minus b whole square equals a square minus 2ab plus b square. And this is the third one. A square minus b square equals a plus b into a minus b. And let's look at it first. I'm saying a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Let's look at it. We will go from here. We'll take a plus b and we'll multiply this with a minus b. Okay? Okay. So what it means is, I will fix this one. I will not touch this. Meaning, this whole thing means this times this plus this times the whole thing. So it will be a times a minus b plus this b times a minus b. Does it look okay so far? Now let's break these brackets open. So now I'll multiply this with this, then multiply this with this, multiply this with this, then multiply this with this. And let's see what happens. A times a will become a square. Now a times b will become a into b or ab. But here I have a minus sign and no sign means a plus sign. So when I am multiplying the signs which are different, I will get a minus here. So this one is done. Now I am coming to this guy. So this times this and this times this. That's what will be the case. So b times a or a times b, the same thing. Adya, can you hear me okay, beta?
I'm different.
Okay. Oh, you are the three. See? Now comes Adya. So to avoid the confusion for this old man, keep your videos on the time, okay? That way I will not keep on committing the same mistakes. Okay. So Adya and 3 both are here. So let me repeat what I'm doing. Okay. So in the last class we looked at these two formulas, which we called as algebraic identities. Right? That is where we saw a plus b whole square becomes a square plus 2ab plus b square, and we saw that when I have a plus b whole square meaning a plus b times a plus b. When we did that breakdown, we got this. Similarly, a minus b whole square is nothing but equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this one also we saw it happening. Are the other three, are you guys comfortable with what I'm saying? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the third formula that I am introducing to you guys is a square minus b square equals to a plus b times a minus b. That is what we are trying to do. So, I took a plus b times a minus b and I am trying to find out if that is equal to this or not. Okay. So, a plus b times a minus b. What I did was, I can fix up one of the things. I fixed up this one. I can fix up this one also and then say multiply with this, then multiply with this. So I fixed up this one, I multiplied a with the whole thing, then plus b with the whole thing. So, that's what you are seeing here. A times a minus b plus b times a minus b. Okay. Alright. Now I am breaking these brackets open and see what happens. A times a became a square. No signs meaning a hidden positive sign. Both have hidden positive signs. Same signs. It's plus a square, or if I don't write, that means a plus a square. Now when I multiply a and b, I got ab, and here I have a minus sign, here I have a hidden positive sign. So when my signs are different, the multiplication of that is minus. This part is okay? Manas, Grihita, Adya, Ditri. Yeah? So you guys are so very special to me right now. Everybody else forgot about me. Only 4 of you joined. So that means there is extra weight for you guys, okay? Extra care for you guys too. So now coming to this one. I'm now breaking this bracket open. B times A or A times B, same thing. 3 times 4 or 4 times 3, same thing. So B times A, I can write this as again AB. Here I have a plus sign, I have a hidden plus sign. Same signs multiplied together gives me a plus. Now multiplying this b with this b. So b into b becomes b squared. I have a plus sign and I have a minus sign. So when these two are getting multiplied, opposite signs gives me a minus. So far okay? Story looks okay? I took this, I fixed this one, multiplying this with this, then multiplying this with this. That's how I'm expanding it. So when I'm multiplying this with this, yep.
Does that say CB minus B squared?
Where is CB?
Oh, that's an AB. Does that say AB? Like AB plus, okay. That would
Okay. So now, when I'm multiplying this with this is what I got. When I'm multiplying this with this is what I got. Now look at this. AB, AB. Now let's say if AB is, let's say AB is a person. I have a plus AB and a minus AB. They will cancel out each other. So what I will be left with is A square minus B square. This is the formula I was talking about. Yeah? Make sense?
yes, sir.
Adya, Aditri, Geeta, everybody okay? Now, I will show you the magic of these formulas now. Okay? See, if I ever say x squared equal to 81, how much is x?
9.
9?
No, my bad. 9 times, yeah,
9. You also think, Geeta think 9?
9. Yeah.
How about Adya and Aditri? You also think it's 9?
It's 9.
Hold it. Minus you, minus. Control your emotions. Let everybody participate. Adya and Aditri, do you guys think it's 9, x equal to 9?
Yeah.
Adya, what do you think, beta? 9? Everybody is in agreement? Okay, let me give a twist to this. I am saying it's not only 9, It's plus 9 or minus 9. And now you will see why I am saying so. So look at this, x squared minus 81. I can write this as x squared minus 81, meaning I am making this 81 travel to this side of equal to sign, equal to 0. Make sense? Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, I can write this as x squared minus 81. Just now you guys told me 81 is nothing but 9 into 9, which is 9 squared. Correct? I need a yes from each one of you. I don't want to convince myself. Adya, Aditri, Grita, everybody okay? Okay. Now I have now look at this formula. This is my x is equal to a squared. This is my b. So based on this formula I can say this is a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So I can break this into x plus 9 because x is my a, 9 is my b times x minus 9. Look at this formula and look at this formula. I am just comparing x with a and 9 with b. Does it sound reasonable?
Oh yeah.
So that means something into something equal to 0. That means either x plus 9 is equal to 0 or x minus 9 is equal to 0. These are two possibilities. Correct? When this one is 0, you are multiplying this value with 0, you get a 0. When this one is 0, you are multiplying this with a 0, you are getting 0. So these are two possibilities, x plus 9 equal to 0 or x minus 9 equal to 0. So when x plus 9 is equal to 0, that means x will be equal to, this 9 goes to this side and becomes minus 9. When this one is 0, this goes to this side and becomes plus 9. So I have two values of x, minus 9 and plus 9. How does it sound?
Good.
Adya, yes, later.
Wait, like, how could you get what's like, when you say like x plus 9 equals 0, so like x, you just turn that plus into a minus?
Because I am making this 9 plus 9 to travel across the equal to sign. When you make something go past the equal to sign, the sign changes from plus to minus, minus to plus. Or look at it this way. You had x plus 9 equal to 0. So what you are doing is, you are saying, okay fine, let me subtract 9 from this side and I will subtract 9 from this side also. So this 9 and this minus 9 will cancel out each other, x equal to 0 minus 9, which is nothing but x equal to minus 9. So instead of doing it this way, I said, okay, simple thing. When you are moving, so this is the rule of thumb that we need to be aware of. This is your equal to sign. If you have something with a plus, you make it go to this side, this becomes minus. If you have something as a minus, you make it go past the equal to sign, it becomes plus. Same thing, this cycle goes this way also. If you had a minus this side, you make it cross the equal to sign, it becomes plus. Same thing here. So it doesn't matter from which side to which side of equal to you are making it travel. This is what happens. Similarly, if you have something multiplied, when you make that guy go past the equal to sign, that becomes division. So this way. Okay? Or if you have a division, you are making it go past equal to sign, this becomes multiplication. Yeah? Does that sound okay? I am not seeing response coming from Adya and Aditri. Am I making sense to you both, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah? Aditri? Sorry, Adya?
Yeah.
Okay. So, look at this sign, okay? And let's do a little bit of practice with this. Let's say I have a into 9 equal to 15. I want to find out what is A. When I have into sign, when I make it go past equal to sign, it will come down. So it becomes A equal to 15 over 9. So here was multiplication, became division. Yeah? Or somebody says A by 3 equal to 12. How much is A? You will say, again same. So if it, something is below, it goes up. Or something is division, becomes multiplication. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 10 more seconds. I was thinking that some more kids will join. That's why I was keeping the classroom door open, but it was cold and nobody came. So I just closed it. So this part is okay, right? Now coming back to this one, the same thing. So these formulas are very important. That's why I was mentioning in the last class that these are one of the most used, misused and abused formulas that you will use in algebra. A plus b whole square equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square, a minus b whole square equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, and a square minus b square equal to a plus b times a minus b. And we just saw how, though I ended up memorizing it because I have been doing it since 1990. Okay, that's when I was in 9th grade. So, what is that?
No, never mind.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, since I've been doing it for this long, so I've ended up memorizing it, but it's not about me memorizing it or any of you memorizing the formula. When you use it so many times, you'll end up, this will become part of your knowledge base, vocabulary, math knowledge, math database, whatever you call it. And we will see the application of this. So tomorrow if somebody says, find out y squared minus 64, solve it for y or find out the values of y. What you will do is, first you will compare this with these formulas. This formula has 3 terms. This a plus b squared has 3 terms. Here I have only 2 terms. Here also I have 3 terms, but I have only 2 terms here. Is it equivalent to this one? That will be the first check we will do. So we will look at a square minus b square. I have something which is equivalent to a square. Is this a b square? It looks like 64 is nothing but 8 square. Now from this you can see that okay, I got a square minus b square. A square minus b square is nothing but a plus b times a minus b. So this is a, this is my b. So this will become a plus b times a minus b. This same thing is equivalent to this. Now if this whole thing is equal to 0, that means either this is 0 or this is 0. There are 2 possibilities. You guys agree?
Yes.
If I say my age versus Greta's age multiplied, so teacher's age into Greta's age equal to 0. That means either my age is 0 or Greta's age is 0, right? That is the situation. Same thing here. This into this is equal to 0. That means either this is 0 or this is 0. So there are 2 possibilities that we are talking about. When this is 0, this is one possibility. When this is 0, this is second possibility. Yeah. When this is 0, what will happen? Y will be equal to. Now look at the travel rule that I was talking about. When you make a number go past the equal to sign, the sign changes. From plus to minus, minus to plus, multiplication to division, division to multiplication. Here we have a plus sign. When we made this guy move to that side, it became 0 minus 8. So y equal to minus 8. When I am looking at this possibility, y minus 8 equal to 0. If I am keeping only y on this side and making this guy travel to other side of equal to sign, this changed from minus 8 to plus 8. So 0 plus 8, which is nothing but plus 8 or I'll put a plus 8. Does this sound okay now so far?
Yeah.
Now, again, math is a subject I would not want anybody to assume or believe blindly. Meaning, we said that okay, if y square minus 64 equal to 0 or y square equal to 64, your first response was y is equal to 8. But by solving this, we found that we can have two values of y. When y is minus 8 or y is plus 8. Let's see. For this value, y equal to minus 8. When y is equal to minus 8. What is the value of y square? Minus 8 square. So minus 8 square is minus 8 into minus 8. 8 into 8 is 64 and you are multiplying the signs also. If you have the same signs, that becomes plus. Yeah? When you are talking about y equal to 8, then y square will be equal to 8 square, which is nothing but 8 into 8 or plus 8 into plus 8. So 8 into 8 is 64, plus into plus, same sign will give you a plus. So both the answers that we got by solving it is actually satisfying this condition. Does it make sense?
Yes.
100%? I don't agree for anything less than 100%. That's why I'm asking you guys to confirm. If anybody says
100%, but like kind of 8%.
8%, why so? So the solution to that, yeah.
Wait, no, wait.
What?
Kind of it's kind of like
92%. So for the remaining 8%, what you have to do is, get your hands dirty. I will help you guys get your hands dirty. So I want you guys to solve it for x. I'm giving you certain examples. Let's see what you guys find it out. X squared.
Just solve what you're writing.
What is that?
You have to solve.
Yes, I want you guys to apply this and solve it by yourself. Because when you struggle, that is when you learn the most. Mr. Manas. Manas, what was that Coca-Cola for? Why are we purposefully putting the effort to get distracted? Tell me. Let me read it, okay? Whatever you typed here in the text box. Let me read it. Let's say Coca-Cola. What is that for? Tell me. Manas, these things don't help, okay? Don't do that. These are serious problems.
Sorry.
No, I don't like hearing sorry, okay? I'm not a big fan of hearing the word sorry. What I'm saying is, let's not put the extra effort to get distracted. When our whole energy is supposed to go for solving the problem. So let's focus on that. X squared equal to, let's say, 121. Mr. Manas, things are not getting better. X squared minus x squared equal to 144 and x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. There are 3 problems that I want you guys to solve and tell me what are the values of x you are getting by solving this one, what are the values of x you are getting by solving this one, and what are the values of x you are getting by solving this one. 3 problems. And Coca-Cola will not help, only math. So I want all 4 of you to solve it for me. And don't give me the answer alone, because I would want to hear the story too. I am not in a hurry, Manas. Solve all the 3, then we'll talk.
Okay.
Make sure that your full energy, all the neurons in your brain are working on only one thing, that is for solving these three problems. I hope everybody knows what neurons are meant for. Neurons are the brain cells. Adya, Aditri, you guys got the question, beta? Minus, hold it. Yes, Aditri. Solve all three, beta, okay? Then we'll talk. Yeah. Adya, you got the question too?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, enjoy the problems. Yes, Manas, what were you saying?
Do you have to solve x squared? X squared, only x squared?
Did you hear what I said? I said there are three equations and solve them for x and tell me what are the values.
Okay,
Yes, Aditri.
so question number 1, is that a minus sign or an addition?
So this is x squared minus 121 equal to 0. Second one is x squared equal to 144. And third one is x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. Is that clear now?
Yeah.
Manas, that's a question for the 3. Lot of energy is being put for unproductive stuff. Don't do that. Focus on this problem. If you have seen the question, if you have any question about the question, then ask a question. Aditri, you still have something open, beta? You have raised your hand still?
Yeah.
Okay. Enjoy these 3 problems. Then I will start talking. Rita is thinking something. Manas, your microphone is malfunctioning right now. Put it on mute. And raise your hand when you are ready.
Okay.
No, it's not about me muting you. I'm saying that you focus on solving these problems. But don't waste your energy for unnecessary stuff.
Sir, I got 2 of them.
How many questions are there?
3, but I'm stuck on the last one.
Don't be stuck. Try something. You have all the clues on the board. Don't spend a lot of time talking. That's what I'm saying here, okay? You have every clue on the board. And we did something in the last class. See, I'm not saying that you will not get stuck. Try solving it. Make some attempts, and then I'm here. I'll explain things to everybody. But after 5 minutes. For next 5 minutes, I have promised myself that I will not talk.
Okay.
Yeah. So my cutoff is 6:35. By 6:35, once I see everybody has finished it or somebody is still dealing with it, that is when I will do this for you guys and guide everybody. Okay. Don't worry about that accident. There's a bigger accident waiting for you on the board. Deal with it.
Yes, sir. I found the answer. I did the math.
Okay.
I'm not so sure if this is correct or not, but I came up with x squared is equal to 4 for the last one. X is equal to 11 for the first one.
So first of all, let me make myself clear. I'm not looking for any value of x squared. I'm looking for value of x. So if anybody gives me value of x squared equal to 4, that is as good as not being done. So you have to tell me the value of x. I'm not at all interested in x squared, value of x squared, because that is what we are trying to solve. Aditya, what's happening, beta?
Sir, can I go to the bathroom?
Yep. Okay. Now, let's see. Everybody is quiet. And a talkative teacher like me is never wanting the kids to be quiet. So, Adya, Aditri, Grihita, Manas, tell me what all you finished. Did we finish the first one?
Yeah, there's
What did we get for the first one?
I got 50 here.
I'm sorry, what?
I got 50 and a half.
60 and a half. For this one?
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Adya?
I got 30.25.
30.25. Okay, how about this one?
3.25.
I'm sorry, what?
I got 30.25.
30.25. How about this one?
It's
Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
70.
72.
I got 36.
Interesting. Okay, how about this one?
I haven't finished that yet. Next
Oh.
one.
Okay. Now, Manas, are you back? Greta, how about your turn?
For the first one, I don't know because I kind of messed up on it. Then it's always the second one because I kind of messed up while like solving the equation. The third one I didn't do it.
Okay. So, Manas, what did you get for the first one?
Sir, I got x is equal to 11.
11. How about this one?
I got 12 for the second one.
Okay, how about this one?
I got 4 for the last one.
Okay, so to me it seems like I did a horrible job explaining this to you guys.
So I got it wrong.
Now,
Wait, what's the
I'm sorry?
What's the answer though? Because I want to know the answer.
No, don't worry about the answer. I'll do it. Okay, so see, as a teacher, I'm one of the most annoying teachers who keeps saying that I don't care about the answer. Because answer is always a byproduct for us. If you are doing it right, we'll get the answer right. So I'm taking the responsibility for the answers not being right. Let me do it in a simple way. Okay, we'll see how do I course correct it. I will use this part of the board. Everybody can see this part of the board, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to solve for x from this equation. X squared minus 121 equal to 0. Okay?
Yeah.
Minus, you don't have to say yes for every sentence of mine. Hear me carefully. Okay? So this is the equation we are trying to solve for. I have x squared and I have something. Is this number a perfect square? Let's see. 1 square is 1, 2 square is 2 into 2, 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 25, 6 square 6 into 6 36, 7 square 7 into 7 49, 8 square 8 into 8 64, 9 square 9 into 9 9 to 9 81, 10 square 10 into 10 100, 11 square is 11 into 11 is 121. Okay, so this one I can represent as x square minus 11 square. Is this part okay so far? Adya, Aditri, Gihita?
No, so this is what I did, but I kind of got stuck on it.
So see, you guys are thinking a lot of complex stuff. I am thinking like a baby right now. Yes, Aditri, go ahead with that.
I figured it out, but I did not.
It's okay. So see, you guys are figuring out that you did something wrong. I'm figuring out that I also did something wrong. Maybe I did not do a great job while explaining it. That's why I'm breaking it down to smaller pieces to think like a baby, make you guys think like a baby too. I don't want you guys to grow up that fast. It's okay. We'll keep it simple, okay? So this part is okay so far? Everybody? Greta, Adya, Manas? And why I'm going this path is because whenever you're dealing with an equation which has a square, if you have something like x plus 3 equal to 9, you don't have to worry much about it. You will just make this guy move to this side and it's very simple. 9, it becomes 9 minus 3, x equal to 6. This is straightforward. But when you are dealing with square, that is when we come across the positive negative sign combination. Okay? So that is why you cannot do it in one go, say okay, x square minus 121 equal to 0, so x square equal to 121, so x equal to 11. Because plus 11 and minus 11 square will give me the same value. That is why we don't simplify it so quickly. We try mapping it with the algebraic identity. These three formulas that we talked about. Okay. So the rule of thumb here is if you are dealing with squares, that is when if you have any square in the equation to deal with, you will end up using these formulas called algebraic identities. Yeah. So now x square minus 121. I'm looking at, is this a square of something? Yes, I see this is a square of something. So x square minus 11 square, a square minus b square. This becomes the right candidate to match with this formula. So this is my a, this is my b. So this will become a plus b into a minus b. Here in this case, when I am comparing this equation with this equation, this is my a, this is my b. So a plus b, a minus b. When something multiplied by something is 0, that means either this is 0 or this is 0. So whichever way my brain is thinking, that's what I am putting here. So either this is 0. So when x plus 11 is equal to 0, this is one scenario. Second scenario is x minus 11 is equal to 0. These are only two scenarios which will result into this outcome. Okay? Rita, am I making sense, Rita? Aditri, I know Aditri's probably figured it out. So is this aligning with what you thought, Rita? Yeah, Adya.
Kind of. I'm kind of confused.
You're still confused?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
Okay. We will not do any more problem. We will decode this here.
Sir,
Yeah?
are we gonna do the start test preparations like later?
Not in this class.
I know, like next class.
Nope. In this class, for the kids in level 2, I don't do start preparation. Okay? It's only for level 1 kids. And if you want to do any start test preparation, then you'll have to join the level 1 class. Okay? That is where we are doing it. You know the timing already. You have come to the class 4 to 5 p.m. Saturday, Sunday. Okay, now this is what we are trying to solve. Adya, is that okay, beta? Because we need to be very clear about what we are trying to solve first. Okay? Aditri, you have the same confusion, beta, or you are thinking differently?
I'm kind of confused.
Okay, so this is what we are trying to solve. Okay, let's make sure that our brain is ready to accept that we are trying to solve this equation. Meaning, we are trying to solve this equation and find out what are the possible values of x, which will satisfy this condition. Yeah. Everybody on the same page? So, how I can solve this? I have one way of doing it. Okay, I will say x square minus 121 equal to 0. I will make this guy move across the equal to sign, and that becomes x square equal to 0 plus 121 or 121. Yeah? Or we will find out a number square of which is equal to 121, and you guys just saw 10 square is 10 into 10, which is 100. 11 square is 11 into 11, and 11 into 11, if you see, 1 into 1 is 1, 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 1 to 1. Yeah. So 11 square is 11 to 11, which is equal to 121. Yeah. So you are saying that this x square is equal to 121, which I can write as 11 square also. Yeah. Adya, Aditri, Grihita, okay?
Yeah, I get it.
Now, so you will say, okay, so x is equal to 11. This will be your obvious response, correct? But what I am saying is, if x square equal to 11 square, that means x is equal to 11. Yeah, that will be your first interpretation, right? I am waiting to hear confirmation from everybody.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So this will be your obvious response. But I am saying this is not the full answer. This is not covering all the possible answers, because 11, if x is equal to 11, So x squared will be equal to 121. That is agreed. But x can also be minus 11. Because minus 11 squared is same as minus 11 into minus 11. When you are multiplying 11, you will get 121. But this minus into minus becomes plus. Oh, so x can have value of 11 and minus 11 as well. Both the answers are correct. But how do you find it out? You don't want to go with your teacher making a guess at run time and saying, you know what, minus 11 is also the right answer. You don't have to rely on that. You have a way to solve it. And that is exactly what we were trying to do by leveraging this algebraic identity. Okay? So, I am saying that I will not do it the simple way. I will make sure that whatever we know, we are able to apply it. So, x squared minus 121 equal to 0 is what we were trying to solve in the first one. So, we say, okay, x squared minus 121, I can write that as, this 121 is nothing but 11 squared. Is this part okay? Adya, Ditri, Greta, everybody? Yeah? Yes. Keep your video on because I will know how confident you are when you are saying yes. Okay? Aditri, keep your video on, okay? It's okay. You guys are my kids, don't worry about it. Okay? So, your video is always on. I can see you sipping drinks in between. Focus on math. Okay, here. So, this part is okay? Up to this step is okay? Adya, Aditri, Reta, Manas, everybody? Yeah. Now, since we have grown up a little bit, we are trying to use that growth with time to use what we learned just a little while ago. If I have something squared minus something squared, this means something to us. And that is based on this formula that we have seen. Something squared minus something squared equals something plus something times something minus something. A squared minus B squared equal to A plus B times A minus B. Yeah? So this x squared is nothing but A squared. I am comparing these two equations now. So this is my A squared, this is my B squared. So if I marry this equation with this value with this equation, I can rewrite this as x A plus B times A minus B equal to 0. Same thing I am writing as this because I know this is my formula that we saw. Something square minus something square equal to something plus something into something minus something. Yeah. So these are variables, right? A and B could be 5 today, it could become 75 tomorrow, day after tomorrow it might become 125. It might become 29 also. Yeah? Greta, Adya, Vitri. Sure. Okay. So, when I had some square minus some other square, I can break it like this. Yeah? Or write like this. When that is the case, now I have come to a point where I want to conclude something. Now let's say I was giving an example. I gave the example of my age and Greta's age. Let's flip that. Let's say Adya's age and Aitri's age. I know you both are almost the same age, but let's say Adya and Aitri are not on the same age. So Adya into Aditri. Okay? If I am saying Adya into Aditri is equal to 0, what does it mean to me? Either Adya's value is 0 or Aditri's value is 0. That's the only possibility when I can get a 0. Correct? Yeah? I can Manas, you will finish that drink very soon. Focus on math. We'll finish on math first, drink later. Okay, so when I'm saying something into something equal to 0, that means either this one is 0 or this one is 0. That is the only scenario when I can get a 0. So same thing here, something into something equal to 0. We factorize this into this. These are two factors that gives me this value based on this formula. So when this is 0, that is one scenario. When this is 0, this is second scenario. So I don't know which one is correct. We are saying that, okay, for us to get this output, either this has to be 0 or this has to be 0. When this is 0, x plus 11 is equal to 0, that means x is equal to minus 11. When this is 0, that means x will be equal to, this goes to that side, becomes plus 11. So these are two possible values of x which will give me this output. That's why these are the two answers. Not convincing still? It's flying still. How about Adya? For Adya also it's flying. You get it now? Aditri?
Yeah.
You get it now? See, I am such a bad teacher, such a, what do you call it? Such an incompetent teacher who doesn't get everything in one go. I will do one more problem and that will cement this whole understanding. Now this time I'll go a little fast. I'm trying to solve for this. X squared equal to 144. Okay? Now since we have learned a dirty technique here, we'll use the same technique, meaning I get everything on one side. Or before I do that, x squared equal to 144. 144, is that a square by any means? Let's start from 10. 10 square is 10 into 10, 100. 11 square is 11 to 11, 121 we saw just now. 12 square is 12 into 12. Actually this is 144. 2 2 are 4, 2 1 are 2, 1 2 are 2, 1 1 are 1. 4, 4 2 plus 2, 4, 1. Wonderful. This 144 is nothing but 12 square. So I can say this is 12 square. So our obvious temptation here is, oh, x square is 12 square, that means x is 12. No, we'll not do that. Because this is our learning. That with quadratic equation, you don't go with one answer. You don't go with only positive answer. You can probably get a negative answer also. And you want to confirm that. So you will not rush and give x equal to 12. What you will do is, let's bring this guy to the same side. X square equal to 12 meaning, if you bring this guy to this side, on this side you are only left with 0. So you have x square minus 12 square equal to 0. Now, same thing, a square minus b square. This time your a is x and your b is 12. So this will become a plus b, your x is a and b is 12 is b, times x minus 12 equal to 0. Now you are not assuming anything. You are saying either this could be 0 or this could be 0. I am writing these two on two different sides. If this is 0, then 0 is getting multiplied by this. My answer is 0. That is correct. If this is 0, then 0 is getting multiplied by this. My answer is 0. So now let's look at the two scenarios. This being 0 or this being 0. What are the values of x we are getting? When x is equal to x plus 12 equal to 0, x is equal to, this goes to this side, becomes minus 12. So 0 minus 12 is minus 12. When I look at this possibility, x is equal to, this goes to this side and becomes 0 plus 12. That means plus 12. So there are two possible answers for x. Two possible values of x. One is x equal to minus 12 and x equal to plus 12. Look at this. When we were trying to conclude or solve this problem at this stage, we were only considering the plus value. We were about to ignore this one. That is why now Greta can feel the power in the muscle. Yeah? Yeah? So this is what is happening now. So we did not rush for getting x equal to 12 here or plus 12 here. We factorized it, simplified it, applied this algebraic identity to get the value, two values of x. So 2 is always better than 1, right? Yeah? Alright? Yes, Greta, are you feeling better? Yeah? Adya, Aditri?
I understand it.
Yeah? Adya, Aditri, everybody feeling better?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Wonderful. So, how do I feel better when my kids feel better? Okay. So now I'm feeling better too. Now let's look at this problem and I will let you guys go. Okay. Just another 3-4 minutes. Okay. I know Friday evenings I certainly don't want to stretch it for you guys further. But look at this one. X square plus 4x plus 4 equal to 0. For last 30-35 minutes, we were dealing with only a square minus b square kind of scenario. But we also know about these formulas. This formula has a plus b whole square equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. This formula has a minus b whole square equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. If I am looking at this equation to solve, okay? Basically, your first catch is, okay, I have something as a square. So this is the equation with power 2. Let's see if it matches with any of the formula that we know. Now, this guy has a minus in between. My equation doesn't have a minus. I will discard this. I will not even look at this one for now. Okay? While solving this one. This one we cannot look at because it has only 2 terms. Here I have 3 terms. And this one has a minus. I don't have a minus here. So this one also I am discarding. My only hope is this formula. Okay? A plus b whole square equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay? Now, let's look at it. I have something square. This could be a square. Okay? Then I have 4x. That is okay. This 4, is it a square? 4 is a 2 square. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay? I am going step by step. So, are you guys with me so far? Rehita, Adya, Aditri, Manas, everybody? Yeah? I am just trying to see, whenever I have an equation with a square or something, I am just trying to see, does it map to any of the equations that we have learned? Any of the algebraic identities we have learned? So, all the terms with a minus, I excluded them. My only hope is this one. I am not saying that this will always work, but this is my hope right now. Okay? So, this one has a plus b whole square equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So, I got a square and I got a b square also. Is this 2ab? Let's see. If I take 2 out from this, it will become 2 into 2 into x. 4x. 4 I can write as 2 into 2. So what you are seeing here is this x square plus 4x plus 2 square. I can write this as x square plus 2 times 2 times x plus 2 square. Now if x is my a and this 2 is my b, I have a square plus b square 2ab. A square plus b square plus 2ab. A square plus b square plus 2 times a times b. Wonderful. This is x plus 2 whole square. Because a plus b whole square. This is a plus, this was by a, this was by b. This is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this whole thing I can write as x plus 2 whole square equal to 0. That means it is x plus 2 times x plus 2 equal to 0. Is it ringing the bell for all of us? Yeah? Now, see, there's something interesting here. X plus 2 times x plus 2 equal to 0. So either x plus 2 equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. Either I am Biren or I am Biren. I am saying the same thing. I am only Biren. There is only one name for me, correct? X plus 2 times x plus 2 equal to 0. That means either this is 0 or this is 0. Both are the same thing. So I am saying in simple terms, x plus 2 is equal to 0. That's it. There is only one scenario. This one is 0 or this one is 0. Both are same thing. That means x is equal to minus 2. So look at the beauty of this. By solving this equation, we got only one answer for x. There is only one value for x. Wherein, when we were solving this equation, we got two values of x. So, the conclusion is, when you are solving any quadratic equation, you can get up to two values of x. You can get up to two values of the, or two solutions for the variable. Does it make sense? So here we got only one value for x. For these two scenarios, we got two values of x. So it is possible that we can get up to two values of x or any variable that we can solve for. That is all I had for you guys for today. I know it was a bit of a stretch of the brain cells, but that is how math is. When you stretch, you make it sharper. Yeah? Alright, have fun. Have a nice weekend. Bye, Veda. Bye, Geeta. Bye, Manas. Bye, Adya, Aditri.
Bye, sir.
Bye, Veda.